We live in a world where people would rather make videos than have conversations. People would go online and attack people's characters, make fun of their doctrines, characterize their doctrines, say that their doctrines is false. But when given the opportunity to talk, these people tend to run away. And they'll do anything possible to run away. And I'm going to give you an example because I believe this is very fraudulent. And when it comes to this fraudulence, look no further than this guy. His name goes by Antaranto Diamante, but we'll call him Ontario or Antaro or whatever the case. We'll stick maybe with Antaro. And I'm going to call him that because I'm not going to say Antarato Diamante the whole time. But Antaro here, as you can see, is a free gracer who makes videos on people. And I challenged this guy to a debate. And you're never going to believe what he told me in response. And before I get to his response, the reason that I challenged him to a debate in the first place is because he was uncomfortable answering the question if a practicing Satanist who believes in Christ just at one point in time is going to make it to heaven, or if they're still a child of God if you're a practicing Satanist. So free gracers tend to believe that you can be a practicing witch, Satanist, atheist, and if you believe just at one time legitimately, you can die a practicing witch, a practicing Satanist, and still make it to heaven. But I respect free gracers that are willing to have the discussion. This guy who makes videos on people and attacks people's doctrines is not willing to have that discussion. Because when I challenged him to it, he gave me his phone number. And we had a conversation that's quite perplexing. I mean, I was so excited that I even called young Don. I said, Don, I'm going to debate this free gracer. We're exchanging information, and it's going to happen. And young Don goes, JP, make sure to destroy his doctrine. And I said, Don, I'm going to go at it. I will make sure to obliterate his doctrine because he does not know what he's talking about, and I said that in love. Initially, I asked Don if he was interested in moderating the discussion, in which Don said he's not really in the realm of debating anymore or participating in things such as moderating. He's in a different stage in life, and I commend him for that. But what happened next even had Don perplexed, because when I called Ontario on the phone to set up the debate, he's going to sit here and say, oh, I want to fight you. I want to box you or do jiu-jitsu. So I would only debate you if you box me or do jiu-jitsu, JP. Huh? He goes, yeah, JP, are you a fighter? I go, not really. I like basketball. He goes, well then, I'm not going to debate you because you won't fight me. Huh? Brother, I'm reaching out to you to debate doctrine, not fight. Well, that's my point. You won't fight me. I said, you know what? I'm willing to fight you if you debate me. If you debate me, I'm willing to fight you. I'll put on the gloves. I'll train for a couple of months. You're a trained boxer and jiu-jitsu fighter. I'm willing to box you. Give me 2 months. As long as that means we can debate. This guy's going to go on and say, no, that's illogical. That's illogical. It would be illogical for you to fight me. Illogical. I go, what do you mean? You made a term. I accepted the term. And now you're running away from the term that you gave me when we shouldn't be fighting in the first place. This is a simple debate. You believe that a practicing Satanist can make it to heaven. You're a free gracer. And I'm willing to debate that. And you're not. You sit behind a computer and make videos on Don. Make videos on other people that believe contrary to you. But when somebody's willing to challenge your doctrine, you have to run and say, oh, I'll beat you in jiu-jitsu and boxing, and therefore that means I can't debate you. Now, I knew this guy was a fraud all along. So when I called them in front of a witness, which you're about to see the witness that I called with all here. Yo, this is my witness. He heard the full conversation. I had it on speaker. So you already know. We ain't lying out here. We not lying. See this handsome man right here?
I heard it.
He heard it, man. He heard it, man. So there you go. There you have it, man. He heard it. Yo, Kevin, how you challenge somebody to a fight and then when you accept, they decline?
I don't know. What would you do that?
Homie say, yo, JP, box me. I accept. That doesn't make logical sense. You see, it was never Intario's intentions to debate me. So he bluffed by saying that he would fight me, and only if I were to fight him, he'd accept the debate, thinking I was going to say no because he's a trained boxer and jiu-jitsu fighter. But I said yes, and I called his bluff. And when I called his bluff, he then declined in front of my friend who isn't even a Christian. So anyways, he hits me up in the morning and he goes, JP, I accept the terms, let's fight and then debate. But given the fact that he tried to pull a quick one yesterday and I wasn't born yesterday, I told him to debate me first and then we can fight. But of course, he denied those conditions as well. So he denied his initial condition and then he denied my conditions. So it's clear that this guy doesn't want to debate. And then we get into an argument and he says, oh, well, JP, he called me a name because I apologized because I got a little passionate that he wasn't answering my question in a particular thread that there was on his YouTube channel about Satanism and making it to heaven as a practicing Satanism. I did call him some names and I apologized. And he mocked me for apologizing for calling him names. Then he brings up my wife that I don't even have. He goes, I feel sorry for your wife, JP. Fight me, fight me, fight me. This is about not being a PUSSY. What? Brother, this is supposed to be a theological debate. We're supposed to be having a theological debate because you make videos about free grace. You attack my position and other positions. Stand strong and defend what you believe. You're a jiu-jitsu fighter. Are you supposed to go around challenging laymen to... And I'm not talking about Layman the free gracer, by the way. Shout out to Layman. He's willing to have a conversation. But are jiu-jitsu fighters supposed to go around the regular layman and challenge them to fights when they refuse to have a debate and a discussion on YouTube or on any other platform when they make videos on people? It doesn't make any sense. This guy might make a video response and try to do damage control. But let me say this. If he does try to do damage control and he spins a particular narrative, know this. I'm willing to debate whenever. Let's have a debate. Let's have a discussion. No more running. Forget the jiu-jitsu. Forget the boxing. I accepted, you declined. I gave you a counter offer and you declined again. Forget all that. Let's have a debate. You and I, 101, is free grace true? None of this other nonsense about boxing and jiu-jitsu. Let's cut it all out. That's Bush League. Man to man. This is about not being a PUSSY, right? Your words, not mine. I'm not the one running here. So I'm willing to have a conversation with you, man. Enough with the running. Enough. Don't try to challenge my manhood as you try to do in these text messages. Let's settle our differences online. You make videos about people. You've made videos on anybody that attacks free grace. Well, now it's your opportunity to stop hiding and confront somebody that does not agree with your position. Let's all act grown here. And with that said, I'm out of here.